start recording, so you can do that. Greetings, everyone. BJ Waller back with you, ready to turn things over to Erin. Boo, a.k.a. Erin Hype Emote. Where's Erin? It's Erin. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Much, much appreciated. Star Wars The Old Republic coming up. But first, of course, again, just a reminder, we are streaming for Extra Life, a.k.a. raising money for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. 100%. Every single penny that we raise goes to helping. I'm not going to be streaming, so a little reflection never hurt anybody. It goes to helping sick kids get better. You can donate safely, securely, and anonymously when the DDoS attacks stop. So please keep trying. If you can't get our participant page to load, please keep trying. You can click either one of those banners down below the live stream window. Just keep trying until you can get a donation. We're hoping to hit $500 before the stream ends. We're only $75 away. It's not a lot, man. $75. It's only like, what do we got? We got 5 hours left. It's like, what, $20 an hour? So what is it here? Where are we at here? So $75. $75 divided by, let's say, we're at 3 hours equals, yeah, $25. It's $25 an hour is all we need if you can manage to donate. If not, like I said, we're probably going to go a little bit longer because of the issues, and we're running behind anyway. But yeah, so turn it over to Erin. Please be kind, because and understand, because she's not, she hasn't been streaming as long as I have, so she's still got to get used to it. I told her to try to respond like she's texting her friends. Try to think of it that way. She's still chowing down some lunch, which is good and well. Just keep eating, have some fun, all right? Okay. Smile and try to keep yourself in the camera. Don't slouch.
That's what I always do.
Don't slouch. Sit up straight.
I don't feel like sitting up straight.
Well, you're going to have to.
I can't.
Whatever. Anyway, thank you again, everyone. If you can't get through, again, the Extra Life site is being DDoSed again. It was DDoSed a couple of years ago. We had the same issue of scumbags, essentially just trying to not help sick kids get better. And in fact, just prevent people from helping them get better. But we're still going to tough through it. Again, if you're watching this as a highlighted rerun on Twitch or an upload on YouTube, check the video description. Our participant link is in the video description as well. You can donate at any time. That link is always going to be active. Our 2019 fundraising year goes all the way to December 31st. So we still have, a little less than 2 months of fundraising still to go. So plenty of time to get those donations in. Again, safely, securely, and anonymously. 100% goes to helping sick kids get better. I gotta go. Freshen up. Go get some medicine for abs. Go get my lunch. Probably start dinner. And I'll be back in chat while we let Erin stream for the next few hours. Star Wars The Old Republic and the Eternal Journey New Atlantis. And then I'll be back for either Ring of Elysium or Tomb Raider. I don't know which one I'm going to do first. But I might do Ring of Elysium first, but we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone. Hang out, chat amongst yourselves, have some fun, and sit back, relax, and just let the breeze take you where it may. Erin up with Star Wars The Old Republic. Try not to touch any buttons on here. Okay? Everything's running. Should be fine. You should just be able to play your game. There you go, kiddo. Ow, ow, ow. Oh, there goes the old age. Ugh. You will need these, please. Ugh. Put them on your head till they're comfortable. You're fine. Okay. Let me do this and you put your food right down there. Thank you, Boosk.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Do whatever you need to do and just have some fun. And like I said, there's chat here and chat there, so you can see. Say hi to Battery.
Hi, Battery.
So and just read. You got this as long as you don't slouch. Yeah, see,
don't
slouch. All right, just have fun. Just keep an eye on chat. And like I said, if you hear any alerts go off, just look at OBS and it'll tell you what it is. All right.
Okay.
All right. See ya, kiddo.
See ya.
จะข้านักแล้ววะจะเป้าวะ I got you. 네, 두부가. 가 나그러와 got you. 네, 두부가. 샤파와. 오차카 나그러와. I got you. 네, 두부가. 오차카 나그러와. I got you. 네, 두부가. 샤파와. 가 나그러와. Ultra power. 나그러와. Ultra 나그러와. 오늘 나 got you. 네, tutto buga.
Secure the platform and we'll send in the engineers.
Una I got you. Ne tutubuga. got you. 네, tutto buga.
Hi.
도착하 나구라와. I got you. 네, tutto buga. Ninja power. I got you. 네, tutto buga. 도착하 나구라와. Chapawa. Una Naikachu. Tutubuga. Chapawa. Una Naikachu. Tutubuga. Chaka Nagurawa.
The mining platform is secure. Send the engineering team.
Engineering team moving in.
Get to your stations. Medic, load the drill program. Van, warm up the laser.
One platform down, 2 to go, and the next has a regulator battalion around it. The Archon sent hover tanks, an air force, and armored marines led by the Warhound.
Should I have heard of him?
The Warhound founded our favorite mercenary company. 70 years old and sealed in a battlesuit. He's commandeered dreadnoughts, and he's our second biggest problem. Top pick is the Skyfighters, built for low atmosphere combat. They'll shred our engineers unless we get some portable artillery.
I suspect the mercenaries have all the equipment we need. Where can I find anti-air rockets?
Nearest armory is a bit far, but the Warhound's own squad carries P-20 Seeker missiles. Should do the trick nicely.
The best enemies carry the best weapons. Anything else?
If you can take out the Warhound himself, it'll hit morale hard. But trophies are no good if our engineers are bleeding or in pieces. Support team out. Good luck.
Nagurawa. Tutubuga. Chapawa. Nagurawa. Nakakulawa. Una Nakachu. Ne Tutubuga. Una Nakachu. Ne Tutubuga.
Please use all products only as intended. Be well. Nakakulawa. Nakakulawa. Chapawa.
Ochaka Nagurawa. No Chapawa. Chapawa. Ochaka Nagurawa. Tutubuga. Ochaka Nagurawa. Chapawa. Ochaka Nagurawa. Chapawa. I got you. Tutubuga. Chapawa. Ochaka Nagurawa. Una Naikachu. Tutubuga. Ochaka Nagurawa. Una Naikachu. Tutubuga.
I have the second platform secured. Send in the engineers.
On their way.
How did your event go, Tess?
Makeb, Burjunem Nina Pikup.
I said it.
Take care of things.
The last drill platform is surrounded by heavy cannons and the Archon's personal guard. Whiffids and their hunting pets. The Whiffids and their hounds can locate our people by scent. And even if our engineers get through, the cannons can obliterate the platform as a last resort.
Commander Jarouche oversaw the... I have the second platform secured. Take... That army isn't meant to kill me. The Archon's trying to slaughter any of our people who get close.
He knows he can't stop you, but he can still win.
Gala Jiwa Nimok. Pemgam Nyama Naya Aikam.
There we go. Everybody the way it should be. There we go. Are you done with this?
Yeah. Where's she? Can I have candy?
Ask that again.
What am I saying?
Just ask if you can have candy again. Just talk a bit.
Can I have candy?
Adjust the volume here. Sound. Are you in battle or anything?
No.
Alright, stop. You're gonna adjust the volume. It doesn't drown you out.
It's not.
Alright, go ahead and ask for candy again.
Can I have candy?
Yeah, talk a little louder.
Can I have candy?
Okay, that sounds good. Gotta make sure you talk a little louder. Can you still hear the game sound?
Yes.
Okay. Alright, this should be good. I'll quiet things out for the game a bit.
Okay.
What candy do you want?
Any.
I'll give you the worst kind.
Oh no.
Yeah.
No. No. No.
Give you some manure-covered cow pies.
You're annoying, that's what.
You're annoying.
You're annoying. Thanks.
Yeah, I'll hold the bowl. You just grab what you need.
I'll take a crunch.
Clears the path to the platform, and I'll send out the last crew.
I got you. Tutubuga.
I have the last platform under control.
That's it then. Let's hope for the best.
The laser drill is at full power. We're following your program.
Empanukoragin. Penguana nemu kamime.
The huts are reporting Pelretha Mesa just collapsed. Tell me this is working.
Niola ola. Momnem nuyang bejanam.
Narrowing beam by 0.02%. We've got magma flooding the drill shaft.
Mamni lebek bak manuk. Meraka najaki namapamyak.
Be proud, all of you. This planet was about to die. But today, we overcame death itself.
This is Station 1. One of our stabilizers burst.
Fine. Now let us go. We can get off-world and never bother you again. Please.
You did what was asked, and there's no point in dying. Get to safety. But understand this. Tell anyone what happened, and the Hutts will find out. If they know Makeb is safe, they'll never give up your world.
We won't spread it around. Thank you.
Agakanka ungek. Apak nekara nemyologopik.
Sir, message from Darth Maul, but I'm getting interference.
The Republican Hut fleets are abandoning the Makeb system. They report that the planet is in its death throes.
Never trust a Hutt. You put a bounty on Makeb. I'm delivering the planet intact.
And the world is stable. Impressive. I have a fleet positioned several light years away. When the last Republican Hut ships have fled Makeb, mine will secure the system. Within the week, Makeb will be ours.
Mem amgap kugap kramanik. Umka kiga mayamak.
If people can't communicate off-planet, the chances of the truth spreading are minimal.
Agreed. Could be a boon. When you're good to travel, we can meet back here. Celebrate and sleep.
At your service, sir. Travel route is confirmed. All products only as intended. Be well.
Protocol says to get the alarms online.
Lane didn't make it. Proteuson's on one leg, but he can hold a rifle.
Nadrin, Sergeant, situation report, now.
Sir, the Archon's forces attacked. Small merc team with an assault shuttle. Cowards grabbed our people and ran. They wanted prisoners for interrogation.
If the Archon learns we saved Makeb, the Hutt fleet will never leave. We have to find Niar and the others.
Yes, sir. That shuttle flew toward the Archon's estates. I'm down to 2 fit men and 1 blaster pack. If you want to hit back, I can get you field intel.
I want to know exactly what our enemy has prepared. What are the estate's defenses?
Expect a lot of automation. Droids, turrets, particle shields. Anything the Archon would hold back or couldn't use on the battlefield. He knows you're coming, and he's got the home team advantage. So basically, it's a death trap.
Nelalu kami nehamiga. Nakaka. Manya la liga. Nemua bemguana. Kumia yang nem gamba paka. Nepum inuaka. Lanubu ma mapulevek.
You're telling me you can destroy anything on Makeb just by adjusting the drills?
Niniap nam naji. Hiro pico kamper kamnam.
You'd better go. The prisoners will have landed by now, which means the Archon's probably shining up his pain droids. Besides, if he makes them talk, the Hutt fleet will melt you, me, and Nardrin's drills from orbit. Give him hell.
At your service, sir. Travel route is confirmed.
Sergeant Badaru here. The outer guard station's nearby. If you can take control, they can get you more intel.
tutto buga.
We have control of the guard station, but there's heavy opposition. Recommendations?
Biggest problem is the force fields. Archon's got his mana sealed tight inside those things.
Nembua Bemguana. Kumiayan Bemgamba Paka.
Right. Anyway, there are laser turrets all around the compound. Turn them on the manor, might be enough firepower to down the force fields.
Stay in communication. The force fields will be down shortly.
Yes, sir. Once you're inside, it'll be a straight line to the Archon. And with a bit of luck, the people he took. Let's hope they're alive.
Force field's blinking, but she's not down. You need more firepower.
Tutto buga. Nakachu. Ne tutubuga.
Emnimek bagi naya. Napikara hiccup. Naya karak.
Nakachu. Ne tutubuga. No chapawa. Uchaka nagurawa.
Force field is down. Get our people back before the Archon learns everything.
I got you. Tutubuga. Chapawa. You. Tutubuga. Chapawa. I got you. Tutubuga.
Ground to support team. I found our missing people. Checking for survivors.
Sir, I'm sorry. The Archon, he had machines. He put a tube in my head. He knows we saved the planet. Son of a sow's gonna tell the Hutts.
Where did he go? We need to stop the Archon from getting a message off-world.
I failed, but I'm not stupid. This way.
I have 300 men waiting for shuttles. You promised time to evacuate.
You have been paid. That alone should still your simian tongue. Besides, Makeb is not exploding. and I now have proof. Prepare to attack all Imperial positions. Once the atmospheric interference clears, I will alert the fleet.
Not bad. Tasteful, as Hutt palaces go.
My interests are more ethereal than numbers. Your dedication to your employer is admirable. Saving a planet when you were hired, what, as a thief? Alas, it is the Hutt Empire that will receive Makeb's bounty. My people will no longer be mocked as we are envied. We will not be criminals, but kings.
A galaxy run by Hutts? You really think that could happen?
Millennia ago, we were idolized by the younger species. We brought a golden age to 1,000,000 worlds. Some of us treasure the memories of that time. I will make the memories no longer. You call yourselves men of war? Observe and see what an Archon of the old Hutt Empire can do.
Bye, Taz. Bye, Taz. Have a good day. Ugh. Yeah.
You haven't won. You hear me? Your secret is already out. My mercenaries are spread across Makeb. You cannot stop them before they contact my fleet.
Yes, she can. All she has to do is kill everyone on the planet.
Support team, begin adjusting the laser drills. We will unleash groundquakes at all mercenary locations.
You're bluffing.
Wouldn't be the first world the Empire's destroyed.
Maharunga ayamepuni. Karakam geganea. Kenapa amkanaya? Kimino nemu. Nasanaya akan.
Await my orders, Archon. Your mercenaries may be able to contact the Hutt fleet, but I control the fate of Makeb. Time to bargain.
A true Hutt does not bargain, and I would die for my people's glory.
I bet you would. You paid the regulators to lock down Makeb, but we've gone way beyond that, and I've seen what the Empire can do. You want to bargain for your secret? You bargain with us.
Take your armies and leave Makeb. Say nothing. You will be well compensated.
Agreed.
You will be marked forever as betrayers. Your children will be the lowest of slaves, toiling eternally in filth.
It's a better deal. That's all.
See you off-world.
You want us to handle the Archon, or have you got it under control?
Collect him and deliver him to Darth Mar. I expect there's a price on his head.
I will not be the last. The Hutt Empire will return.
I'd have seen him fry. But it was nice. Not killing the planet. I can't feel my hands. I'd have liked to see Droman Kars again. But you'll make sure it was worth it. Makeb, I mean. While the war's still going on. Make sure we survive.
There may still be time to get you a medic. Try not to talk.
It's all right. We knew it was a suicide mission. Don't think I could have borne it otherwise. It's been an honor serving. Better than labeling boxes the rest of my life.
Ground team to support. The planet is secure.
This is Sergeant Battery. I think we're done. But Darth Maul will need a brief from the station. I'll set it up. Support team out.
all products only as intended. Be well.
Travel route is confirmed.
Old-timer like me got a lot of tricks for sale. Come back, you might learn something.
The planet is stable.
Naporam amka, mamni nikak, nagnaya mamni, kambram.
Sergeant Bedaroo is seen to security on the ground, and Lord Sitharath's almost fully recovered. He'll be back from Dromund Cast shortly.
Enough. You have done your part, Hunter. You found the support team satisfactory?
Katha Niar sacrificed herself for the mission. So did others. They should be remembered.
Let their names be etched in the walls of Cast City. It will be their monument or their pyre.
Thank you, my lord.
For the next month, each gram of Isotope 5 we procure will be needed for our defenses. The next phase of the war begins. The Hutt cartel is weak and scattered, and the Jedi will turn back to us. At last, they are prepared to shed blood.
You had something special planned for the isotope. Not just Imperial defenses across the board.
You do not understand. We require a defense against this.
Fellow citizens of the Republic, the Hutt crisis is over, and we have again proven that compassion is not a weakness, but our strength. Yet that is not why I stand before you. Instead, I can finally confirm what many have suspected for months. The Sith Emperor is dead. A Jedi strike team confronted the Emperor during a recent attack on Dromund Cast. Now, a joint SIS and Jedi committee has concluded that the galaxy's greatest villain is gone forever. This does not change the fight ahead. The Dark Council remains the true political power in the Empire. But it sends a message to the Sith and their followers. We are coming for you.
They speak truth. The Emperor is gone. Dying, if not dead. No matter what our propagandists say, he will not be mourned.
You say the Emperor is gone. What happened to him?
The Jedi struck him down. He is not mortal as we are, but he no longer speaks to the Council. Now is our chance to reforge in the flames of battle, to reshape the Empire into an image of unity and strength. You led our team on Makeb to victory. Stand with the Empire in the coming months and counsel our generals. You will see us rise to glory once again.
You're hiring me to save the Empire. Been a while since your team was the underdog. But I can lease you my experience and my blaster if you can pay the price.
Today you bought us time. Isotope 5 will pay for the Empire's new foundation, and the Republic knows nothing of our actions.
We will speak when the enemy strikes again. Together we will choose the destiny of the Empire and retake the galaxy.
Whatever you need, Hunter, we can get it for you.
Destination?
You're finally here. Good. The situation is growing more dangerous with each passing moment. Do try to keep up with my briefing. When I joined the Dark Council, the Emperor personally selected me to oversee his most treasured storehouse of technology. The facility is called Arcanum.
I thought I knew all the secrets worth knowing in the Empire.
Only a select few have ever learned of Arcanum's existence, and most of them are dead. The Dread Masters helped build Arcanum before their imprisonment. Now that they've escaped, they seem to think the facility's contents are theirs. They corrupted one of Arcanum's most important guards, who helped them steal Sith technology known as the Seeds of Rage.
What makes these devices so special?
They are the only surviving work of the Empire's greatest Sith alchemist, Lord Fulminus. The Jedi Knight on Voss deprived us of his genius. When placed near living beings, the seeds transmit signals that arouse irrational and violent impulses. The effect is slow, insidious, and irreversible. The Dreadmaster's agents are burying seeds across the galaxy, where they will drive entire populations mad. We must recover those devices.
You can't take back what you can't find.
I've already acquired a means of locating them. I captured the traitor who allowed the Dreadmasters into Arcanum. My interrogators are slowly encouraging him to reveal the targeted worlds. These specially modified seeker droids can tunnel through soil, find and extract the seeds. I would expect to encounter violent resistance from afflicted natives.
Not sure I'd even take this job if my weapons wouldn't get a workout.
If you should encounter any servants of the Dreadmasters, pass along my regards. You will receive a seeker and all the coordinates we've extracted from the traitor. I'll remain in contact via transmissions. Find the seeds and bring them back to me. For the Empire.
I see you finally arrived. Let me introduce you. This is Evie Bow.
I can speak for myself, okay? I'm top lieutenant to the galaxy's most brilliant freelance super spy, the Shroud. I mean, I was.
If this guy's wanted so badly, how come I've never heard of him?
The Shroud's taken to laying so low, he's just about been forgotten. Won't be true much longer, though. The Shroud's been semi-retired a while, but he got fidgety. Took a gig from the Hutt cartel to spy on you guys. Republic, too. Seems in all his spying, the Shroud's found something. A challenge. He's planning some kind of rogue attack on Dromund Kaas.
Tell me everything you know about this attack.
That's the problem. I tried to uncover what I could.
Repeat what you told me, Bo. Explain why you've turned traitor.
The Shroud, he always consults with me. This time, though, nothing. So, I pried. Learned about Kaas. An attack on the Empire? That's suicide. Told him as much. As thanks for speaking my mind, he tried to have me killed. So here I am.
You were right to come here. Your boss has signed his own death sentence.
Good. That's what I needed to hear. Like I said, he told me nothing. But I got a line on where another lieutenant's holed up. And I got special macro binoculars to help you find him. They're the Shroud's design. Beyond top of the line. Contracted the parts from all over. Assembled them himself.
These macro binoculars are no mere magnifiers. They're fitted with a wide range of analytical and communications applications. Even a Meraluka interface. They will be utterly indispensable in your search.
Bo, you said I'm looking for a lieutenant. What information will he have?
The Shroud keeps his data fragmented across his entire surveillance network. That lieutenant will have a piece of the Shroud's plan. The lieutenant's basic coordinates are already plugged into the binocs. You'll use them to find key relay points that will help us triangulate an exact position. While you're out there, I'll be scrounging together more intel. I'll keep up on your progress through the binocs, and keep you informed of whatever I find, too.
May your actions be swift and your results beyond reproach. The fate of the Empire requires it. Morse is out.
Ready for departure. Enjoy your stay.
Hey, that's one of the Shroud's spy droids. Won't help us triangulate anything, but keep an eye out for more of them suckers. Yep, that's it. That's exactly what you're looking for. Keep at it.
Show. That drill just lit up the night. Here's the credits, as promised.
Fool.
Stop.
Oh, hold on.
Don't touch. Don't touch.
I'm walking in. Wait. Oh my god. Hold on.
Dude, what up? Mud Scout, what up?
nakatsu. Ne tutubuga. Nakatsu. Ne tutubuga. Uchaka nagurawa.
There. We got enough to pin down the lieutenant's location. Now go do your worst.
Destination?
Can I have another snack?
10 minutes.
I'm hungry.
Well, wait till we finish playing this. We'll hit 24 hours and then you go get a snack in between playing the next games.
Okay.
Enjoy your stay. Enjoy your stay. Enjoy your stay.
Nagulawa. Una Naikachu. Ne Tutubuga. Puchaka Nagulawa. Inigu daiji liska tsanangawa.
Do you require medical attention?
No. Seriously.
The microbinder quest.
Be well.
Microbinocular quest. Seriously, dude?
Yes, I already died like 5 times from falling off cliffs.
Why are you such a fool?
Yeah, you are. I don't know what to do now.
It's all like skip safety, that's what you got to
No.
Probably the part that requires a group to do it.
Well, can you join?
I'm not that far, I don't have any of those quests. Plus you're on my computer anyway.
Well, then go get... I'll play on the other computer. Then.
You can't, because you gotta stream on this one. Ooh.
Later then.
Still got the hidden object game to do.
Well, then after the stream.
I'll be sleeping, dude.
Well, then wait to sleep till later.
I won't be able, I won't be able to do it because I don't have any of those quests. I'm not kind of level.
That's annoying.
Are these even the characters that are on the same server?
I don't know.
Got characters all over the place.
Yeah.
I only have characters on one server. That's it.
Oh, you can still probably do it.
Ready to go get your snack?
Yeah.
All right. Headphones. Get your snack and stuff, then come back down for the hidden object game. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Where are we at here? Almost 24 hours. We're almost there. Let's flip back here. Let's do this. How's everybody doing? Hanging in there. Nice. And sweet. All right. Hold on. There we go. Yeah, quit. There we go. Do that. Oh my goodness. Oh, where are we at here? Are we almost there? Oh, let me look this way. Are we almost there? Are we almost there? Yes, we're there. 24 hours. We've made it 24 hours so far. 24 hours we have been going. Actually, a little bit longer because technically we did start to stream sooner to do, of course, our annual play of the Victoria Enman Extra Life video. Basically telling the story of how Extra Life got started. So, whoo! I'm going to need some more G Fuel, man. G Fuel. Thank you to Boo for spending the last couple of hours streaming. Almost 2.5 hours. Stream Star Wars The Old Republic for us as we freshened up, went and got Ab's medicine. So Ab's is all taken care of and got us some lunch. Got no sleep at all. So I don't know when I'm going to sleep because even Erin's going to come back for a hidden object game. Even then, I'm going to have to start making dinner. So, like, I might get an hour. I don't know how well that's going to work. I might try to get an hour. I'll set my alarm for an hour and see what happens if I wake up. But, yeah, right now, yeah, the Extra Life site is still having problems. I was able to get in. I'm able to get in sporadically. I was trying to get into some other people while I was eating lunch. trying to make donations, and yeah, it just right now it's just so tough right now to make donations. So I apologize to anybody who's trying to donate, and anyone who's actually looking forward to seeing donations come across right now. Yeah, it's just everything connecting to the site, because it's not just the donations, but it's the overlays, it's that overlay, this overlay, everything that's and it's not just me, it's every streamer out there who has stuff that's connected to their Extra Life pages hitting the Extra Life site, doing a check. So yeah, the Extra Life site is just getting overwhelmed at this point. So never fret. What's the best Star Wars film? I would have to say, I don't know. Well, the best I would probably, that's a tough one, because the best wouldn't necessarily be what my favorite is. My favorite right now out of all of them is Rogue One. I think I really enjoyed Rogue One the most. I'm trying to think what the best one would be. That's a tough one. I would almost have to say that the best one would probably be, objectively speaking, best one would probably be no, not Last Jedi. I would probably have to go with Empire Strikes Back. Empire Strikes Back was probably the best one. The prequels were just all-encompassing as a whole. George Lucas getting too enamored with the technology and letting the technology dictate where the story went. Whereas the original trilogy, the technology was so limited, he had to create technology to fit the story he wanted to tell. And the movies are no, the original trilogy by no means is perfect. I'm sure you can, if you dig down into it, you can pick, the original trilogy apart a lot. But overall, it's just, you go in there, you watch the original trilogy, and it just, you're able to either completely ignore, or you miss, or you forgive, any of the little bits and pieces that pop up, say, well, that don't make sense, or this and that, or whatever it is, because it's just everything else, the whole package is just so, it just takes you on that journey, so immersive and stuff like that. And, anything, all the other ones, like I said, the original trilogy was just so, the story just wasn't there. He tried to cram in stuff to fit the story and change the story around a little bit, this and that. And it's like, no, just let the story tell itself. I think the movies were, at the end of the day, taken for what they are, they're really, it is perfect. You could say it is perfect. But and you could really throw Rogue One into there, because you could see Rogue One went and honored and fit in. It fits in nice and neat. It continues. It's a part of it's a chapter of the stories. It makes sense. Everything flows. So you can watch the original trilogy with Rogue One. You watch Rogue One, then you go right into the original trilogy, and you're like watching one big story. It all makes sense. Like I said, the prequel trilogy, is just, it was trying to make things fit, and the things that couldn't fit, he just decided to change because, well, it just didn't fit, So it was jarring, and then it was from an acting perspective, it was, and it was just too much, stuff like that. And I think Solo, I didn't even see Solo. I said The Last Jedi basically ruined everything for me. And I'm like, no, I had no interest in seeing Solo. And I'm probably not even going to see episode 9, because it's just, because I even wrote a blog about it after Last Jedi came out, a couple of blog entries about it, just saying that, the movies they're making now just aren't for us, the people who essentially made Star Wars as big as it is. You know, they're trying to target a different audience, and the way they're doing it just doesn't, doesn't fit with, what we would expect to see from a good Star Wars movie. And yeah, like even Solo, even the Phantom Edit or any of the ever seen the Phantom Edit or any of the prequel fan edits? No, I've heard about them. I haven't really sat down to watch any of them. I think I watched a scene from, it may have been from one, where at the end of Jedi, where Vader is turning back to the good side in the throne room and that kind of stuff. And I've seen where they've intercut, pieces from the prequel trilogy in and out to have it make more, to have it, to see, to visualize what he's going through. I think I've seen that one long ago. But yeah, I haven't really seen most of that stuff. But yeah, it's just, it's not, they aren't the movies for me anymore. Because if I had to rate them, I would say Empire Strikes Back and The New Hope are the two, the two, best ones. My favorite, Rogue One, then Empire Strikes Back, New Hope, and then Return of the Jedi after that. And then the prequel trilogy fits in. I think out of the prequels, the Attack of the Clones is probably, I would probably say the worst of the three. Although I had real problems with Revenge of the Sith and the whole how Anakin's turning. It just wasn't believable to me at all. Anakin, how they're turning Anakin. Yes, we got the cream. We put the cream on, so now we're just, she seems okay now. And then, and even Force Awakens, I thought, before Rogue One came out, I thought Force Awakens was a solid, good movie. It was my favorite at the time. I thought it did a really good job of bringing anything. Obviously, it was, not unlike Phantom Menace, where it was just a rehash, essentially, of A New Hope. But that, when you look at it on the surface, Last Jedi is nothing but a rehash of Empire Strikes Back, but is done so poorly from a story perspective that it just it makes it even completely worse. So I would have to say, it'd be Rogue One, the original trilogy, then Force Awakens, and then the prequel trilogy, and then Last Jedi isn't even on the list. It is so bad. Going to see episode 9. I love The Force Awakens. I think J.J. Abrams can turn the Star Wars train around, which Rian Johnson was about to roll off the cliff. Well, see, that's the entire thing. My thing is, and I had read an article to where, to in effect, it was saying that, and the problem, the one of the big problems with this set of this trilogy here is that Last Jedi was being written by Rian Johnson before Force Awakens even came out or was done or whatever. So he was writing the movie before we even knew, they even knew what was going to happen in Force Awakens. It's like, what? It's like, how the hell can you do that in the trilogy? That makes no sense. It's like writing the third act of a play before you've even finished writing the first act of the play. It's like, what? It makes how does that work? It doesn't make no sense. So yeah, it was just very, very poor. It's like I've described it as, if you watch everything up to all the story, Rogue One and Solo aside, just the trilogy, just the main story movies. If you're watching all of them up to and including Force Awakens, it all gels. It all makes, you can see there's a flow. It makes sense. One relates to another. It makes sense from a story perspective. And then you hit Last Jedi, and it's like it's like reading, the first 8, the 3 prequels, then the original 4, 5, and 6, and then Episode 7, The Force Awakens. It's like reading a Tarzan novel. Okay, so you're reading the Tarzan novel, everything's about Tarzan and all this, and then you hit the next chapter in the book, and all of a sudden it's talking about George of the Jungle. It's like, what? It's like, this makes no sense. Why is this chapter doesn't belong in this book? So that's the way I've described it. It's like, okay, you're reading Tarzan up to chapter 7, and then all of a sudden chapter 8 is about George of the Jungle, and now they're trying to go back with chapter 9, make it about Tarzan again, but yet somehow try to make that chapter 8 about George of the Jungle make sense with the rest of it. It's not going to work. It can't work. So it's bad. It was just terrible, terrible writing, a terrible choice of a writer, terrible choice of a director. That's all there is to it. I don't know much about Rian Johnson's work. I think, from my understanding, he did some Breaking Bad episodes and stuff like that were well received, which is fine. No doubt the man is talented, but I would liken it to Stephen King trying to write a romantic comedy. If Stephen King would try to write a romantic comedy, there is no doubt in my mind it would turn out to be absolute shit. But that doesn't mean Stephen King is a terrible writer. It just means that Stephen King needs to write about what he knows and about what he is able to write that makes him a great writer, which is horror. Stephen King is not a romantic comedy writer. So, Rian Johnson may be a great writer and director for things like Breaking Bad and stuff like that. He just is a terrible Star Wars writer. So he has no business writing anything related to Star Wars. I mean, that's the way I look at it. It's like with the novelizations. I think it's Chuck Wendig novelizations. That's what really started to get my goat about what Disney was doing with the, I think the mistake of the sequel was for planning on having separate directors and writers for each film, which wouldn't have made sense. Well, see, that's what it is. They were all independently acting on their own little movie instead of, there was no overarching guidance, no overarching outline for of the story beats through all 9 movies, which you need to have when you're making the trilogy. You got to say, okay, in this part, these are the beats here. They lead up to the beats in the second part. And then those beats lead up to the beats in the third part. So you have to have all the beats gel with each other. And when you're doing everything completely separately with no communication going on between them, you're going to end up with a complete mess. And that's exactly what the trilogy is now, this separate trilogy. First film, Brick, was great. It was a high school murder mystery starring Joseph Gordon. Exactly. Like I said, he may be brilliant doing certain things. He's just not the guy who should be doing a Star Wars, story. And that's really all there is to it. It's like I was saying, with the original novelizations, when they came out, that sort of, that trilogy of books by Chuck Wendig, I've never heard of Chuck Wendig before this. And so I started reading those books, and I'm like, I literally, most of the times when I'm reading a book or a book, Star Wars books, I can get through them within a few days. Or any book that, I enjoy reading, anything like that, I can get through a few days when I sit down and have the time to do it. It took me months. It had to take me 2 or 3 months to get through the first book of that, just because his style of writing is just so alien to what we're used to. And I'm thinking to myself, this makes no sense. If you're going to do this, you can't bring in a guy who has now, he may be a great writer, and this may be the way he writes all his books. I don't know. But if that's the case, you can't bring this guy in and have him bring his style to a main general audience type of story, which Star Wars is. His writing style is just simply not going to appeal to a great many people. So you either have to tell him he's got to write in the normal third person, past, present style, or whatever it is, the normal style when you read the book. But either that, or you pick somebody else who can do it. It's like I don't know. Like I said, I've washed my hands of it at this point. I think Johnson shouldn't have been the guy to do a Skywalker saga movie, something at the end of the galaxy without any Star Wars characters we know except for the Empire. Might be good. Yeah, exactly. So who knows? Maybe this new trilogy that he's writing that has nothing to do with what has come before and with the saga that we're all been familiar with for 40 years, that may work. But yeah, you're absolutely right. For the saga that we've had 6 movies already establish sort of the history of the universe, the lore of the universe, how things are supposed to work. And we have a familiarity with these characters and how they're supposed to behave. And then you get this chapter here where nobody behaves the way they should behave and you would expect them to behave. And then the rules of the universe are being rewritten. It's like, nope, doesn't work. It just doesn't work that way. But it is what it is. Disney has made their bed and now they have to lie in it. So we'll see. I'm sure episode 9 is going to be do very, very well at the box office. Obviously, Star Wars is still a big IP. There are a lot of people who actually have enjoyed the new stuff that is coming out. And hey, if you enjoy it, you enjoy it. What you enjoy is very a subjective thing. But again, looking objectively, just Last Jedi is not objectively a very poorly written movie, and just poorly edited, and just it's not really it's an entertaining. After I was done watching Last Jedi in the theaters, the way I looked at it, as I was trying to reconcile just what the hell I saw when I was walking out of the theaters, I said, if it was just a generic sci-fi action blockbuster, just your typical generic sci-fi blockbuster, it was a great and entertaining movie from that regard. I found the movie very entertaining from the regard that it was just your generic. You would see what you would suspect from a big budget blockbuster movie. As a Star Wars movie, it was complete crap. So that's the way I look at it. And so, yeah. You see, now you got me all fired up about Star Wars. His own original character stories. Right, exactly. That's what you should stick. That's again. But I guess I don't know what was going through Kathleen Kennedy's minds and whoever else made the decisions what they did when they decided to bring in Chuck Wendig for the novels, Johnson for the movies and stuff like that. It's just, it just doesn't work. It at the end of the day, it just doesn't work. And again, the movies are still going to make money. They're still going to make their money. But you can see it does. It has affected a little bit the fandom and the potentiality of having more movies in the future be successful. But it is what it is. It is what it is. That's what we have to do. It's at this point, I really don't foresee them retconning anything and saying, okay, we're just going to remake episode 8 and 9 and make them the way they should be made, which I would love to see them do it, but it's not going to happen. So yeah, that's it. I am a Star Wars fan up into Rogue One, and that's it. Star Wars does not exist for me after 2016. But yeah, that's hey, that's just the way it is. Not everybody's going to like everything, so it's just the way the world works, I suppose. But anyway, thanks for getting me all fired up now. I've got my energy back. Ivan Ortega is The Last Jedi re-edit. Ivan made it unwatchable trash to a pretty good start. Really? No, I haven't heard about that. The Last Jedi re-edit. I might have to see that. Okay, I got you. Made it from unwatchable trash to a pretty good Star Wars movie. I might actually take a look at that. But yeah, it's just it is what it is at the end of the day. It's eventually perhaps things will turn around. The pendulum has swung one way, and the pendulum will eventually swing back to a happy medium before swinging too far the other way again. Well, thank you. Hey, thanks for the discussion here, movie review guy. Much appreciated. Well, thank you for swinging by as well. And of course, everyone else who has hung out with us and stuck with us so far. It is much, much appreciated. We're still going 24 hours and 20 minutes. So we're going longer than 25 hours here because we definitely are running behind time here as it is. And of course, with the issues with the Extra Life website today, has made it hard to get donations in. I know I've been trying, and I still have had difficulty getting donations in. We are at, should be at $435. Unfortunately, I don't think any of this stuff is going to update because we did get a donation in, but unfortunately the alerts didn't go off and nothing updated, and it took forever to actually for me to see it reflected on the on our participant page before I stopped being able to hit the participant page. Hope George Lucas releases those films he said he was going to make for himself to the public. It would be nice. It would be nice to see. To see what his version of it was, but again, with the prequels, as a creator myself, as just an amateur writer who used to have time to write, sci-fi and fantasy for and I just did it for my own satisfaction, really. I can understand the idea of the creator of the universe, dictating how what happens, how it goes on, but I likened doing after the prequel trilogy came out, I likened it to you reach a point where it's almost like Frankenstein's monster, where your own creation develops a life of its own, and it becomes bigger than what even you envisioned for it. So I think even somebody who has created the entire universe from their own imagination and done things like that can actually lose sight of the natural order, so to speak, of that, how that universe should operate, and the logical sense of how that universe should flow. And that happens when you start trying to dictate what you want to happen in the universe, instead of letting the universe or the story dictate the natural flow of stuff. Because, like I said, when I've written stuff, I've always had an outline of how I sort of like the story beats and stuff like that, how I want things to go, how I sort of want, the end, how I sort of want to see how things end up. I sort of the idea is like, okay, I know they're going to start here, I want them to end up here. I sort of envision them going this way to get from point A to point B. But then as I'm writing the story, as I'm creating, I could see, just it changes so much. That initial idea and that initial thought of how I want it to go to as I'm writing it, and the action of the story is really developing itself. I can see it's like, well, I want it to do this, but then that really doesn't make sense for what's already happened there. So you got to let the story dictate itself where it wants to go, because then it makes more sense that way, instead of forcing it. No, it's like, I want this to happen. But if it doesn't gel with how the story has moved beforehand, that's where it gets bad. I think really that's what happened to George. He had this certain vision in mind, how he wanted things to be, how he wanted this to play out, and this kind of stuff. But because the story itself evolved and formulated and grew a life of its own, and this has nothing to do with like fan fiction, anything like this. It's just what's the natural flow, what's the natural ebb. And I think he tried to, again, letting the technology dictate what he wanted to see, how the story should have gone, instead of just letting the story dictate itself on how it should flow like that. Seemed cool to come out of retirement once more for one more movie, maybe not a Star Wars movie, but another original, like you did TX 1138 American. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, something original, because at the end of the day, like I said, it's like Frankenstein's monster. At some point, the creation will take a life of its own and grow bigger and bigger than essentially the person who created it. And then it's out there for others to try to make sense of where that story is going. And of course, we saw with the extended universe how poorly it went in some instances and how good it went in others. But that is what it is. That is just the way it is at the end of the day. But yeah, it would be nice to see something good come out of George come out and put that his creative mind to work on something else. And but you never know. Sometimes it just as much you want to see it, it's better that you don't at the end of the day. But thank you everyone. Again, I am BJ Waller. Thank you to Erin DeBouche. She'll be back in a few minutes here as we start rocking with another game. Like I said, we're going past 25 hours now, so we're going to go at least maybe 25 and a half. We'll see. Going to keep checking on the website to see if we can get some donations in, see if I can make some donations, how everything's going, and just see how I'm feeling. We're probably going to, like I said, get a little bit more G fuel. I got to cook some dinner while Erin's doing Eternal Journey New Atlantis. So we'll get dinner going, then we'll let Erin go eat, and I'll come back down and wrap things up for the evening or keep it going. Who knows, all right? But thank you. Thank you, everyone. And thank you, Movie Review Guy, for... I love having these type of conversations because it's fun to discuss things we are passionate about. You know what I'm saying? Just like when I was playing Star Wars a couple hours ago, Guild Wars a couple hours ago, we got into discussion about Guild Wars and Guild Wars 2. And drives the blood. And but thank you, everyone. Don't forget, we are doing Extra Life. We are doing 24 and a half hours and more. We're coming back. We're doing 25 and a half hours, 26 hours, maybe even 27 hours to raise money for the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. I know there's problems with the website. Please keep trying our participant link. We got 2 links down below the live stream window. As a matter of fact, is that... Oh, I can't see. Let me check this one. To where you can make your donation safely, securely, and anonymously. Yeah, see, that is even... That wiped out our list there. Yeah, so a lot of the stuff that is communicating with the Extra Life website, I think, is not able to communicate right now. So we're going to see things a little different here. But yeah, we got 400. I guess I'm going to have to do like a manual goal or something like that. That might be the idea. I'm going to have to set that up. But we're towards the end anyway. I guess at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. We got $435 in. We're only $65 away from our goal of $500. If we can hit that $500 somehow, some way, we will definitely extend the marathon to 30 hours. We will go, what's the best film of all time period? Oh, Jesus. Well, see, again, you get into the problem is what is objectively the best film of all time and what would be my personal favorite that I would keep continuing to watch. I don't know if I could answer that question in either aspect. I mean, when somebody says the best movie of all time period, the first thing that popped into my mind was, what's the one with Orson Welles and Rosebud? Citizen Kane. That's the first thing that popped in my mind when somebody says the best film of all time. No, that's fine. Yeah, no. Donate if you can. If you can't, hey, that's fine. Like I said, people who come support us and come talk to us in chat, come support us just by lurking in chat, whatever it is. I appreciate everything. I appreciate people coming into chat, having, discussions, or even just lurking. Just sitting, hanging back, chilling, as I try to entertain them. But again, donations are sort of the gravy on the top. So yeah, no worries about that. No worries at all. Wherever, just hanging out with us is much, much appreciated. But I would have to say, because as soon as I read what you wrote there, the first thing that popped in my mind was Citizen Kane. So I would probably have to say, from my personal viewpoint, the best film of all time would have to be Citizen Kane. Now, what my favorite would be, I don't know if I could answer that. I'm trying to think of, because my favorite would be, okay, what movie could I just sit down and just watch and just never get tired of? And if it's on TV, I would have to stop and watch it. And I'm trying to think about all the movies I've seen here, all the movies I got sitting over here. I don't know, because it's tough, because there's quite a few movies that have really, I really enjoy watching and I don't really get tired of. I would have to say off the top of my head, I mean, a couple of movies that I've always had a nice connection with. Postman with Kevin Costner, nice. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. But one of the ones I think, in terms of ones that I don't think were very well received and sort of fly under the radar, is The Truman Show. I really, really enjoyed The Truman Show. I thought it was a very well done movie and was a very good commentary on certain things. Raiders of the Lost Ark is a good one too. But I'm trying to think. So I would have to say, like, The Truman Show is one that I always thought was very, very good. It's one of my favorites. I think Avatar has been one of my favorites, because that's one that just really, I mean, that one really, I had what did they call it? There was a term for it, the Avatar condition or something, to where, there were a certain amount of people that were so moved and affected by the movie that, it had a real visceral reaction for him. And I think I was one of those people that it really affected me deeply in some way, just watching Avatar. So I would have to say, like, they may not be the best movies of all time, but Avatar and The Truman Show are definitely two of the ones that I could just watch and never grow tired of. Excellent. Jim Carrey's best role for sure. Oh yeah, absolutely. Like I said, the movie, it's a shame. It's a shame the movie didn't get as much credit as it did, and neither did I think Carrey for the role as I remember. Because it was like you said, it was just so well written, it was so well done, and it really is a thought-provoking piece, and really a pretty good commentary on where we were at as a society at the time. Yeah, 12 Angry Men. Yeah, because that one I don't think I've ever seen that per se. I'm trying to think of the. I want to say, what is it? 8 Men Out. I think that's the older one, because there were a couple about the Black Sox, and I think it was the more recent one with oh my God, with oh crap, I can't even think of the guys who are in it right now, but feel claustrophobic watching it. Yeah, see, I don't think it's one I'm familiar with. I know the name, and I know it's a good movie. It's one of the movies that people will say that's a pretty good movie. It's how well the camera angles were and that kind of stuff. Yeah, but I don't think I've ever seen it. If I've seen it, it's only been bits and pieces as I was, flipping through channels and stuff like that, and got captivated for a bit before, I got distracted by something else. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything, because like I said, there's a lot of great movies out there that I enjoy watching, but if it came down to it and I had to pick, I said, you could only pick one or two movies to watch for the rest of your life, I would have to say it would be like The Truman Show and Avatar would probably be the two I would have to go for off my head. Like Sling Blade. I'm seeing now, Sling Blade I thought was a pretty decent movie too. I dare you to torrent something. No. But yeah, Sling Blade I think was a pretty decent movie too. That was a good movie. I enjoyed watching that one. Yeah, I'm trying to see what the ones I'm looking at here. Yeah, I would have to say yeah. Yeah, I would have to go with that. Yeah, those indeed. But yeah, we gotta get a move on here. I gotta get Erin back down here, give her a break. I got to do stuff. Yes, I got to get dinner going and ready, and then we'll be back to wrap things up today. And hopefully we can get some donations in here and get some of this stuff updated depending on how the Extra Life site's going. $8.3 million, I think, when I checked in on the Extra Life, the official Extra Life for Kids site. Right now, they got $8.3 million in. Of course, it should be a lot higher because obviously there are a lot of people trying to donate who just can't get through the problems with the website. Oh, thank you. Yes, see ya. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you for the discussion there. I enjoyed our little movie topic. Much appreciated movie review, guys. So yeah. Stop by again anytime. I always love to have discussions about these type of topics. But yes, in the meantime, let's rock and roll. Thanks, everyone. We're going to run some outros. We're going to run another video. We're going to get Erin set up with Eternal Journey New Atlantis. It's one of the games I had some fun with when I did for 100 Days of Gaming. Of course, I always have fun with hidden object games, but we'll be back with that, and then we'll let her go. I think I may try to take an hour nap or so, and then get dinner going, and then I'll be back down. Yes, it was quite enjoyable. So anytime. Hey, Battery, how's it going? It's going. I'm still there. I got a little lightheaded at one point, but I'm still hanging in there. Wrapping up our Star Wars segment here. I'm going to run our video and do our in-between game stuff, and then Erin is going to come back down for the hidden object game while I go make dinner. Maybe take like a 30-minute snooze or something. Sweet, still having issues. So in fact, I just mentioned that. Yeah, because while she was streaming, I was up there trying to donate to a couple people, and I freaking couldn't do it, man. So that kind of sucks. But the websites are definitely still having issues. Well, it's going to be at least. I'm probably going to say I'm probably going to go to at least 26 hours at this point because we're so far behind right now. We're about where are we at now? Because when were we supposed to start this? We were supposed to start this one at 3:00, so we're over an hour and a half behind right now, where my schedule was. So yeah, I'm probably going to let her stream. Probably depending how long. I don't know how long the game takes because I actually haven't played this particular game all the way through. So I'm thinking I'm going to go upstairs. Well, I got to feed the cat, but I'm considering whether I'm going to try to take an hour nap or something like that. I don't know. Right now, I still feel pretty good, so I don't know if taking a nap will make it worse or not, or if I should just go. Because right now, I'm kind of thinking, around the maybe 27-hour range, because obviously we've had the problems, and I did want to try to at least get, maybe Ring of Elysium, and maybe I'm going to try Ring of Elysium and see how that goes. Maybe try a little bit of Tomb Raider. So we'll see. I'm kind of thinking about another couple of hours at least. We're going to keep going, and hopefully, hopefully we can start getting some donations in, because we did get a donation. It took me forever to finally see it load on the page, but we're at 435 right now, which is good. And of course, obviously, nothing is communicating. None of this stuff is communicating with the Extra Life site right now. So that's part of the problem. But I'm figuring right now we're looking at probably about another 2 to 2.5 hours at least. We're going to keep going, and then again, just play by ear, see how I'm feeling, and make sure, because like I said, I got a little lightheaded when I was over here trying to get some of the Extra Life stuff to load and fix the alerts and see if I could get them to shoot off, because like Streamlabs doesn't even register that we did get a donation in while Erin was streaming. So it is what it is. But at the end of the day, let's get rocking here, because I do want to get rocking here. Less talk, more gaming, and hopefully more donating at some point in the future. So let me run our outros, and stick around, everybody. We'll be back with Erin the Boo and Eternal Journey New Atlantis. Thanks, everybody.